Welcome to another episode of the Taylor Complaints Comedy Podcast. What's going on, guys? It is December 19th in the year of our Lord, and I have not seen you in 2 weeks. I know that because I've been posting on my YouTube every single day, every day with these movie reviews, fucking retard, movie reviews that we've been doing, trying to get them done. Trying to knock them out, get them done every day. It's hard. It's the Christmas season at my work. Everything's busy. Everything's busy. We're working doubles. It's 8 hours of walking around, 8 hours. And I know, I spent 8 hours of work. You're in an office chair. Shut the fuck up. Speaking of work, I found out something about a coworker. We're going to start this off disgusting. And I'm better now. I wanted to give the pod a week because I was sick and then I got over it. And then it was lots of me doing that shit. And that's gross. I don't want that. You don't want that. This podcast is going to be ridden of all of those disgusting noises, even though I could just press the mute button like I've been doing. I found out that my coworker's choice of masturbation is to lay down, his preference is to lay down on his back and he jacks off onto himself with his dick. He's like looking in. He's like looking into it. Hold on, let me do it. He's like this. He's laying down, right? It's jerking off. And he blows his load into his belly button. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't. Oh my God. Stop. 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 You got to get out of here. You got to get out of here. I love you so much. You're the best, but you can't. She always does this when I record. Who? She's like, you talking about that guy at work that nuts on himself? Right onto the keyboard. Would fuck up I got my notes over here. I got my coffee over here. And then I got microphone, my ring lights behind me. We can't have cats fucking it up. Even though I do love you. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I hope I didn't sound mean. There she is. I love you. And I'm so sorry that you can't come down here. But I love you. Okay? I do. I love you so much. If anything happened to you, I would kill myself. Um, he's on his back, right? And he jacks off onto himself. I don't understand. I don't understand why you would do this. Essentially you nut on yourself and you're on your back. Like how you wipe it off your own belly? I only wipe it off other people. I wipe it off like women's butts and boobs and not face. Like whatever part of their body that I make it to. Hopefully I have let enough time. Sometimes, listen, sometimes you don't always pull out as quick as you'd like. And it's just, you know what I mean? And you just, as long as it doesn't get onto the carpet, you're fine. Or some kind of cloth surface, you're good. You know what I mean? Thank God I have hardwood floors. Knock on wood. I spray all over. No, so I understand if you jack off laying down and then you walk over to the toilet, you know what I mean? And you just like you get it in the toilet. Or if you sit on the toilet and you jack off while you're sitting on the toilet and then you just aim down or you get up and aim down. I don't, and I know you guys, why you want to jack off on the toilet? Why do you want to jack off on your back, onto yourself? That's like another dude loading on you, which is like, if you like that, that's fine. That sounds like the most disgusting thing I would ever want on me. I don't want cum on me. I don't want cum on me. And I think that's the name of this episode. I don't want cum on me. And I don't know why this guy does. Nice guy, great guy. I hang out with him outside of work every now and then. He'll be part of the group of us that goes and gets beers, and he's fun. He's fun. But finding out this revelation is extremely weird. It's extremely weird. I don't necessarily think about it all the time when I look at him or talk to him, but it is something that's in my notes, and I want to let you know that I work with a guy who nuts on himself. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We've figured out how to do hashtags on YouTube videos, so hopefully that will help. I've been posting these YouTube videos for like 15 weeks, and been um I have not been adding hashtags. I just started posting horror movie reviews on my YouTube because TikTok's gonna go away. And holy shit, they're getting almost as many views as my TikTok is. So I need to be doing that because if my fucking podcasts could be, you know what I mean? If we could get a few more views on them, that'd be great. Just because YouTube, I'm figuring it out. So like Spotify, we're good. I know how to get views on that. I know how to monetize Spotify. I'm figuring out YouTube day by day. Scholes versus no, I don't want to go into Scholes versus Kendrick. I want to talk about that CEO Luigi Mangione killed, the hero, and I want you to know that if you don't like your boss and you want to Luigi them, you have my full support. But make sure it's not the manager. If you got to take out the guy, here's the issue. Your manager is not the problem. Like your manager's a bootlicker and he has to obey dad, and dad is always going to be the CEO or the people that are like in, you know what I mean, COOs, like the higher ups, the presidents. Those people are all cunts too because they're all just bootlickers. They're all just sucking the teat from the CEO in hopes to get a little piece of the pie. They see the Lamborghini that the CEO drives, and that's all that they want. I want you to dismember the CEO so he can't drive the Lamborghini. He's got to use them feet. And how funny would it be to see a rich guy driving a car with his feet? There's nothing more funny in the world than disabled people. If it wasn't for disabled people, how would I get my lulls? How would I get my lulls? Um, I don't like rich people and I don't like CEOs. So if you listen, if you see a rich person and you want to cap them, just know you have my absolute and full support. I We don't need these people. These people have made their money off of the backs of other people, and that's obviously, you know what I mean? And we vote these people into office. We elect these people. I don't know why. Why do we do that? Why do we like you just elected a billionaire president who's owned casinos and owned a bunch of shit. I like him because he's a businessman. Why do you like he built his wealth off of like the bones of other people? He didn't do any of it himself. Like why do you like elect somebody into office who runs their own grocery store? What about that? What about I don't, do these people? He didn't build himself up from his bootstraps. He's a nepo baby. His dad was rich. He passed wealth down to him. He'll pass wealth down to his kids, and then it'll just never end. It'll never end. And that's why if you see him on the streets, you gotta rape him. You take your forearm, you place it behind their neck. You know what I mean? You push their neck against the wall, and you give them the Edward Norton. You know what I mean? You give him the Edward Norton, and he only makes the sound if you enter the buttocks the right way. You got to go at the right angle because you might crush the pelvis, and you don't want to do that because you're going to get bones in your penis, and you don't want that's disgusting. It's going to cut your penis. You only want to inflict harm on the person. So you get the rich guy, you put your hand behind his head, and then you push into his asshole, and then you know what I mean? You tear that thing up. It looks like it looks like someone poured SpaghettiOs into his ass, but it's not. It's just his torn open butt. Yeah, there's people trying to sleep. I hope you're not listening to this. Well, it's like if this is how you rape. Only to rich people, only to CEOs because they're evil. Only to CEOs, not the manager, not your coworker, not your friend, not your girlfriend. Only CEOs, only the rich, only those people with the 1% of wealth. The guy who won't give you holiday pay. They won't pay you holiday pay. What's going on with all the cats? What's going on with all you got always in here while I'm trying to do my thing? I love you so much, but you're such I can't say anything bad about you. You're the best. You ground me. When I get upset with how much wealth is going on around, no, 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 no. Oh, okay. Sorry, buddy. When I get upset with how much wealth is not spread around the world and just held within the 1% of people, you guys show up and make me feel rich. I want you to know that. They show up and they make me feel rich. Um, how much longer can we complain about rich people? You hate when I do this, and I know you do. I know you I have so much to get to. I have I have Q&A. And I have proof that these questions are being asked because there's talk in the ether about me making up these questions, I have proof. I have them. I have screenshots of every question this week. I'm doing it all through NGL, which is an anonymous question asking source on the internet. So you know I'm not making up these questions about people asking about my penis. The smallest thing you could ever ask about. But yeah, I'm not with it with these CEOs. If you find one, just shoot them. Scholes versus Kendrick. Andrew Scholes versus Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar dropped a track that said Andrew Scholes something something something. Don't talk about black females. Ha ha ha. Funny comedian, whatever the fuck. Said some cheeky thing, and then Andrew Scholes comes back and says, Kendrick Lamar, I might not be able to beat your bodyguards up, but I will make sweet love to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I thought that was the funniest fucking thing in the entire world. Anytime a man threatens another man with sex that he does not want is hilarious to me. You know, you never do that to ladies. You can't do that. Men are the only people because men, you're picking on someone your own size. Women, that you know what I mean. I'm not gonna go butt fuck the boss of where I work. That's not true. That's not true. I would. I would. And then yeah. But not my boss, the CEO. My boss is actually really cool. I like actually all the management that I work with is cool. They're not effective at their jobs and they're essentially useless, but I think they're good people. They're nice to talk to. They're, kind to a certain extent. They always let people come in late, 30 minutes late. Then it's fucking pissing me off. And I'm the only one that gets mad. I'm the only one that gets mad. And this is in perpetuity. This is what's going to happen. I will be the only one that's upset. Give me one of these positions and I will just fucking write people up all day long. You're late, written up. I don't care what you say in front of the guests while you're on the floor. I don't give a fuck. I care about different shit. Don't be late. Don't encumber someone with your presence or don't burden someone with the absence of your presence who would benefit from having it there. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be there at 7 o'clock. You get there at 7 o'clock. You show up at 7:30. I'm gonna be pissed because that means this person had to do 30 minutes of extra work, and then they feel disenfranchised because they're like, "Hey, nobody cares about me. Everyone just shows up late. This is fucking stupid." That is what I would eliminate, and that is where morale would go up, and people would be stoked to be at work because they know that everyone's doing their own shit, taking care of what they need to take care of. That being said, I know I just mulled past the Andrew Schultz and Kendrick Lamar beef. There's nothing more to say about it. So I'm going back to work. Yesterday, the COO visited my work, and I had a nice name tag, and my name tag said CEO Wet Work. That's what it said. My name was CEO Wet Work. I got in a lot of trouble. Uh, we sang the president of my company happy birthday, and then he drove home in his like Lamborghini. It was insanely insulting. I rolled my eyes the entire time because I'm just like, you fucking cunt. Yeah, where's my holiday pay? How come you don't do time and a half? Like I had so many questions. Like why are we kissing this person's ass when you know what I mean? We can't buy name brand grocery. I mean, I can go to the grocery store and get whatever I want. I can go to the grocery store and pretty much purchase whatever I want to purchase and not look at how much it is and just give them my card. But some people can't do that. And it's fucking horrendous. And the only reason I'm able to do that is because of tipping. And tipping has nothing to do with my company. That's actually like outsourced from people that come and they sit at one of my tables or they sit behind in front of my bar. I pour them a drink or I make them something. And then I pour them a drink or get them something from the kitchen. And then they feel inclined or not inclined to tip me whatever is comfortable for them, which I would never push upon you. It's not your job to pay my bills. It's my boss's. And that's why I fucking hate the owner of the company. And I hope he's shot dead. I hope it's somebody listening, someone from my work listens to this, cocks one up and just wet works the guy in the back of the head. People wearing sweatpants in public is insane. How long do we just talk about rich people for? 15 minutes. Yeah, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. People wearing sweatpants in public is insane and we got to stop it. We need to stop it. There's people going out to eat. I took my girlfriend out the other night because she's expensive and not worth it. She, she is. Listen, I don't want to be the cringy guy. For some reason, when you tell jokes about your girlfriend, there's a collective eye roll. There's a collective eye roll, like, oh, we heard that before from like, you know what I mean? Because you get to be the cringy old guy now, and like, oh, we fucking just, you know, it is what it is. I think it's like people of a certain age that kind of get it, and then younger people are just like, I worship my God. It's a different existence. It's a different existence, and it sounds cringier than it is. All right. So she's not worth it, and she should have to eat off the floor. I always have to pay. 7 years into this relationship, and I always have to pay. I don't. It would just, I would appreciate if she could reach for the wallet like once. She'd be like, oh, I'll get this one. I'm like, no, I got it. Thank you so much for attempting to create the facade of effort. So I take her out to eat, and I feel like every single time I go out to eat, there's people in sweatpants. And like it's like $30 a plate where I choose to go to eat. I'm not purposely eating at bougie places. I don't think $30 a plate is exceptionally expensive. But I would really, really like to price out the sweatpants people. And I don't know how we do that. And I'm wearing sweatpants right now, but I'm at home. Would I ever leave in these sweatpants? I would hope that there was someone in the parking lot that beats the shit out of me if I leave in these sweatpants. I hope the person that's waiting for me in the parking lot's a disabled person that's upset. I listen to your podcast and I don't like what you're saying about. Like, I hope it's one of those Downsy kids that I made fun of on one of my podcasts. And they come back for revenge. They come back for revenge. I love people with Down syndrome. It's just a joke. Um, we went out to this place called Chapter One, and I spilled my drink. I spilled it. I don't have the best depth perception. I'm blind in this eye right here, and then I'm nearsighted in the other eye. So I have like 30% vision. So my depth perception, like things aren't always as close as they appear. Sometimes like I have to be really careful when I reach for like a glass because I don't want to knock it over, and because it's like it's a part of it see through. I'm like, all right, got to figure out. Hold on, got to figure out like where this perceptionally like where this glass is. So sometimes like I'll reach too far and I'll knock something over. You know what I mean? Not cat reflexes, but like cat curse. Cats do that all the time, but I think they do it on fucking purpose. So I knock my drink over, I spill it on my lap. It looks like I pissed. I taste it. Tastes a little like piss. So I'm like, fuck, wow, that's weird. So there might have been pee and alcohol. I wipe it all off. I dry it off to the best of my abilities. I go to the bar. I ask for napkins. I spill like all my drink. You know, I maybe took like 2 sips of it, and it's a 16-ounce pint glass. Guy doesn't come over. Guy doesn't offer me another beer. I get really salty about it. I get really upset. Did I still tip him 18%? Yeah, I did. I did. I would have tipped him 22, but I was mad. I didn't want to tip him at all. I didn't want to tip him at all. I threw a fit, but like verbally to my girlfriend and in my head, I was like, fuck this guy. I don't know. He's wearing that stupid Irish hat. Fucking Mick. I can only say that because I don't know, 30% Irish, half Mexican, and then my grandma was like Irish, and then what is it? Scottish, Italian? I don't know. But here's the deal. If I spill shit, if you I have the same job as this guy. If you spill something, I'm gonna get you another one. There's no I didn't break the glass or anything. I just tipped it over on accident, and then there was no broken glass. It was all good. If if you spill something, when adult spills a beer or a cocktail, for me it's like a little kid when they lick the ice cream and it falls on the ground. Like that hurts my heart. And I go and I get them another one immediately. Okay? It just I don't give a fuck how drunk you are. I don't care. And I wasn't even drunk. It was my second beer of the night. And I usually like I stop at two or three. Usually I stop at two. It's very rare occasion that I'll have three. I drink frequently, but I do not drink a large quantity of alcohol. I just like I drink until I feel good and then I stop. Never hungover, ever. Never thrown up. I just know when to quit. Good genes, baby. Not like some of you alcoholic pieces of shit. Um, Give me another drink. Give me another drink. You see that I have pee pants now. You see that I have the worst thing that can happen to an adult when hot ladies are around. There's liquid on. I have tan pants on. They're tan pants. So you see that there's a big old water spot, huge, all the way down my pants. It looks like my butthole is on the other side of my pants, and I just Taco Bell shit all the way down my pants. It's like if I shit out of my penis. I hated it. I hated the way it looked. I stayed in a seating position until it dried up, which by the time it dried up was like 30 minutes later. I go up to the bar and I'm like, give me my fucking shit. I was nice. I was nice because this was a test for me. And I'm like, can I be nice even when I don't want to? So that I don't expect this from other people when I'm at work because I have this guy's job. I do what he does. I'm not going to expect other things from people if I'm not willing to do it too. Okay. I'm a piece of shit, but I'm not a sociopath. So I get that I need to practice what I preach. So I did. I practiced what I preach. I tipped him. I was nice, but I hate him. And anytime anyone brings up that place, I'm gonna be like, you know that fucking asshole with that stupid fucking hat? I hope he gets robbed and killed by it. Nah, that's too much. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. That's too much. I hope that he accidentally gets his penis sucked by a man. That's what I hope. And that he somehow his dad finds out and goes, don't ever talk to me again, son. Don't ever talk to me again. Joe Biden pardons his son. Joe Biden has pardoned his son. But Trump's going to get into office and pardon all the people that were on January 6th. So I don't want to hear anybody complain. And of course, Joe Biden pardons his son. He's a cokehead, crazy. Of course, Joe Biden pardons his son. You would fucking do the same thing unless you don't love your kids. Trump would do the same thing. So I don't want to hear your bitching. I just saw the taxes for Trump. Hey, did you vote for Donald Trump? Did you? Well, guess what? Everyone's getting taxed more. Everybody. I'm getting taxed more because I make $65,000 a year, 65 to 75, I think, depending on, I mean, it fluctuates 10 grand, but I think I'm in like the 70,000. I don't know. No, it can't be 70,000. It has to be like 65. I make 65 grand a year. Apparently I'm middle. I'm in the middle. That doesn't feel like I'm in the middle, but I am in the middle. Maybe not for California, but I'm in the middle. People who make 0 to 22 are getting taxed an extra 5%. People who make 22 to 54 are somehow getting taxed an extra 3.5%. And I, in the bracket between 55,000 and 99,000, to which I told you I'm on the lower end of that, I'm at 65. I will be 65, 68. I don't know. I will be paying, I don't know, 2.4 or 2 point something. And then it goes up 1% for the next tax bracket. And then for the higher tax brackets, it's going down. So if you make 320,000 to $1 million, you are going to be taxed 1.2% to 1.2% less. And then if you make more than $1 million, you will be taxed 1% less. Why am I not surprised in any capacity? Why? It's the party season at my work. So I've been working lots of parties, contract parties. People rent out rooms of our building and I'll go and I will work these parties and the gratuity will be like $500 for me. So I look on my paycheck and it says the gratuity is $500 with a 35% tax on that. So I walk away with like 200 something and then my hourly rate is taxed on top of that. So it's like it's not even worth it to work parties where I work. It is insane the amount of taxes that people in a lower tax bracket make because we just want to pay rent. I've given up owning a house. I know I'm not going to own a house. I'm not going to complain about that. I don't need to own a house to be happy. For some reason, like our parents, everyone's parents, if you're in your 30s and you're listening to this, your parents want you to own a home. It's not that important. I'd rather have money like I have and be comfortable and be able to go to the grocery store and just buy whatever I want. I mean, obviously, we're talking about a grocery store. I'm not at a clothing store. I'm not at the PlayStation store. I'm not being frivolous with my money. I just want to be able to afford whatever groceries I want. You know what I mean? Like something's not on sale, but we need it. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Okay. Velveeta cheese, $5. Who gives a fuck? I'm gonna buy it anyway. That's that's the wealth that I'm talking about that I have now. I can just buy, and it's not wealth. It's just like I saved money to buy a house, and I realized that I'm not going to be able to afford this house long term. So I'm going to keep this money in my account, figure out where to like invest it, do something with it. This in January, I need to meet with a financial guy and figure out what the fuck to do with the decreasing value, because the money I have was a lot of money a few years ago, but now I look at it and I'm like, this isn't really anything. You can't retire on this. You can't buy a house with this. It's kind of, you can't start a business with it. It's kind of a useless amount of money. I mean, I don't know. It's on the lower end. It's like a savings of what I make in it. No, it's more than that. United Healthcare CEO assassination. We already talked about that and how that guy's a hero. It's time to go to Q&A. It's time to go to Q&A. It is about that time because we have been live for 26 minutes. The first question is, you said once that you don't wait. All right. You said once that you don't want women to tell you when they're coming. What are your thoughts on squirting? Is that enough proof? What the fuck? All right. Here's the deal. You can't tell me when you're coming because I will get too excited because I'm used to doing everything wrong in life. So any indication that I'm doing something right is going to excite me to the point of peeing. And I don't want that. So you keep it to yourself. Don't tell me anything. Don't say shit. Just, you know what I mean? Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Like Helen Keller in a wind tunnel. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like Helen Keller on the side. What's that when you're like on a motorcycle and you've got that sidekick, like the tandem motorcycle? Like if Helen Keller was on that and she's trying to communicate with the person driving it. Now, I went too far. I went too far. But yes, I don't want to hear it. I've had one person squirt once, but she needed like a vibrator to do it. And she was like, bang me while I have a vibrator. And I was like, this is insulting. This isn't, I'm going to do it for science. I'm going to do it for science, but I should be enough. I should be enough, but I did it and it was cool because it just like went everywhere. It was awesome. It was the coolest thing that ever happened. It never happened again. It never happened again. Now all I get is eye rolls when I bang ladies. It stinks. She's like, are you fucking done? Is it in? Are you done? Is it in? Is it over? I want my mom. I hate it. I hate it when you guys say that. I really do. Um, Also, I found out today, guys call women mommy. Can you kill yourself if you do this? If you're listening to this now and you call women mommy, like if you're a man, you call women mommy, like you get turned on, you're like, mommy, kill yourself. Just kill yourself. Um, what happened with your podcast beef? And that is a real question. I don't know how to position this where you could see. Oh, that's perfect. So I was on a podcast with two people I really liked, and then I posted a review for a movie called Strange Darling that everyone was like, it's the best. And I watched it and it was not. Hold on. Baldy, you gotta get up. You gotta get down. You gotta get down, my love. You give me like 15 more minutes. This movie was not the best. It sucked. Everybody said it was the best. Everybody did. So I posted a review. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Everyone said this movie's the best, and it's not the best. Something's rotten. Something's rotten in Denmark. Something ain't right. I think everybody fucking likes the same shit now. What's going on? And I was just like going through my feelings and questioning things. And the people do not like people who question things. So they're like, you are saying that we are a hive mind of people that band together and like the same shit. So we don't want to be on a podcast with you. And I'm like, I never named any names. I just said like all these opinions are starting to sound samey. And now having this reaction, it kind of feels like that's the case. And none of you have any opinions of your own, and that you just want to say shit so studios like you, so that you make money. Okay. You got to get down. Sorry, buddy. I love you. I love you to death. You'll be here in a second, I promise. But yeah, it was just me questioning the status quo, and then the status quo coming down and going like, "You should never question this. We're trying to get rich or whatever I don't know. Everybody's trying to make a living. I get it, but go fuck yourself. Be genuine. Tell people the truth. Don't give shitty opinions for shitty movies because you make everybody look bad, and it sucks. But yeah, I don't know. They just got mad. They got mad. Um, that I mean, but I, in my review for Strange Darling, I never said anything about like this person or that person. I was just like, what the fuck? Everyone likes this. How is that possible? It stinks. But I did that for Long Legs. But I think people were mad about the Long Legs thing too. People just don't have their own opinions on there. They're just like, they get emails from studios and they're like, we will pay you to do the review for this film, but you cannot say this and you cannot say that. And it's just a bunch of people like following the guidelines of what dad wants versus like people with their own opinions about things. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like, go watch this movie. It's really extreme. There's so much extreme shit in it. And it's just like a movie with a chick getting raped. And you're like, this sucks. Like, I don't want that in a movie. Like, I don't want to watch that. That's not extreme to me. I want to watch like good practical effects, good gore, good, like really gross movies with like monsters and aliens and whatever the fuck. I don't want to watch anyone get assaulted like that. That sucks. That happens in real life. I don't want to watch that. I want to watch like a guy split another guy in half with like with a pumpkin carving set. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't happen. So that's, there's just a lot of people like advertising like a lot of dumb shit on there, and it sucks. But you know what? Whatever. I do my thing, they do their thing. It is what it is. I'm not here to name names. You're not extreme for recommending movies with rape. You're just weird and your kids are fat. Um, let's see here. One, two, three. What else? Favorite vampire in horror history. Favorite vampire in horror history. I think my favorite. I don't like vampires. I think, listen, hear me out. They're a little gay. I don't, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. Nothing. But that just the hot topic shit. It just reminds me every time I see a movie with a vampire in it, I feel like I have just walked into a hot topic store that's going to take me 2 hours to get out of, and I'm stuck in this hot topic store, and everyone's like talking about their gauges and like black nail polish. Like, are women who buy clothes at Hot Topic hot? Absolutely. Absolutely. With the platform boots and the black lipstick, and I have an erection during the podcast. I've done it to myself yet again. Um, I just like the vampire thing's kind of lame. 30 Days of Night's really good. Daybreakers is okay. Blade's cool. I've never seen The Lost Boys because Corey Feldman with eyeliner and Keith Sutherland with eyeliner was kind of lame. They look like they take baths as men. Um, it's bath as a man is so weird. How do you get in the bath? You put both of your hands on the bath and you lower your butt in? That's how you get in the bath? I'm not doing that. Not doing it. It's too vulnerable. Bet cats don't sleep in the wild with their belly out. I don't take baths because I got to lower my butt in. I'm not doing it. Not fucking. That's not happening for me. But if you like vampire movies, you probably take baths as a man. Um, I just don't like them. What We Do in the Shadows, I've never seen, but I've heard good things. Shadow of Vampire, I liked with Willem Dafoe. Off the top of my head, that's it. Shadow of Vampire was good. It was more like comic-y and weird. Shadow of Vampire, What We Do in the Shadows, I want to watch, but I haven't seen it yet. Uh, shit, I don't really know. I'm gonna say the 30 Days of Night Vampires are my favorite. 34 minutes. See if we can answer all these questions. What else do we have? The most embarrassing thing you've ever done. I think I've told this story here before, but one time I brought a lady home from a Tinder date and I was lighting candles around my room and I was naked while listen, she had these thigh-high boots on that like I I was hard for the entire time that we were hanging out. It just was like tucked into my belt, so I could not, you know what I mean? Like you can't tell. You know what I mean? Unless you pull my shirt up and you're like, "Oh, cool belt buckle." You know, you know what I mean? Like it's so I take her home and we're making out. I want to let you know, she's like, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. I know what that means. I light everything. I'm lighting everything. She comes out, nothing on but the boots, lays in my bed. I'm still lighting these fucking candles. And I forget, I just leave one. And she's like, no, I want that one too. I'm like, okay, fine. So I kind of reach over to light that one, and one of the other candles lights the tip of my dick on fire. Not on fire, not on fire. It burned and it hurt really bad. It hurt so fucking bad. We still had sex. I did not enjoy it. It hurt so fucking like I had burn wiener. It's I was not this was not my best. It was not my best. But I was still able to stay hard, which is that's my thing. I have a very deep fear of like not being able to get hard. I get nervous. I get nervous before every sexual encounter. I'm like, please work. Please work. And it always does. And I've never had the problem of it not working. But that's for some reason it's my fear because I hear so many fucking ED commercials on these podcasts I listen to, all the comedy podcasts. Keep your dick hard. Don't lose control of your dick. Make sure you take this pill. I've never had to do any of that, and I'm so happy. As long as you ladies keep wearing them skirts and them boots and them heels and you know what I mean? All right, let's go to the next one. Um, if you weren't a badass content creator, what would you do instead? If I wasn't a badass content creator, what would I do instead? Um, I don't know that I am. I think that I just that's a really nice thing to say though. I don't know who's writing these. At least before like I had names. Now I don't have any names. Um, but no, that's super nice. Again, I feel gay using the term content creator because I don't know. I don't know that I am. I try to make people laugh. I try to make people laugh through my complaining and through my like dissection and metaphors for things. I just life is hard, it's expensive. I want the people that give me a chance to laugh and take something away from it. And if I can make people smile, that's all I want to do. So if I wasn't a content creator, I think I would want to be a stand-up comedian. I'm just not good at public speaking. I'm not good at public speaking. This is easy for me because I'm in a room by myself that I like soundproof that nobody can hear me in. I can just kind of do my thing. And then when I'm done, I can leave and put this out for the world to dissect. And the shitty things people write, I can delete. I don't have to like you don't have to say it to my like I don't have to say it to my you don't have to say it to my face and then I don't have to react to that in real time. I can just like, hey, if you don't like it, that's cool. Like keep scrolling or write a stupid comment. I'm just gonna delete. So I don't know. I'd be a stand-up comedian. Even though that sounds terrifying. That sounds terrifying. I would absolutely do that. That's it. December 19th is done. I will see you guys next week for Christmas. You got another 40 minutes of me next week. I don't try to do these in 40-minute increments. I timed it. I got through what I got through. I did Q&A. I love you guys. Write me questions and I will answer them. They don't have to be real. You can make them up. You can do anything. It fills time on here. It's nice to talk about things that aren't a part of what I've prepared for the show. And that's what Q&A is. It's more of like you guys guiding me through stuff. And it's awesome. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to everybody. It's the holidays. Some people have it really shitty. Even if someone spills a drink on you, call them a white racial slur, make fun of their hat to the person that you're with, but be nice to them and tip them anyway. I love you guys.